Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio. Ours is a place where dreams take flight, voices are heard, and stories are shared. This is where cultures meet, connections are formed, and ideas are transformed into action. This is your destination for authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives, and meaningful conversations. We're where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover our world of education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our USA Global TV channel and download our USA Global TV app. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. With heartfelt thanks to our executive producer, Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, music scored by Yifei Tang from Cloud Road Music, creative direction by Paul Garcia, and I'm Al Cini, and I'm very proud to be part of the USA Global TV and Radio family. So join us here at USA Global TV and Radio. Make us your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication, or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited. Thank you for being a part of our global community. Let's inspire together.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, home of the Silver Creator Award for surpassing over 100,000 subscribers on our one channel. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, and it is my absolute pleasure to be here today hosting our show, Creating a World of Possibilities. Our show today is actually a special event. It's not normally at this time, but we're so excited that we're welcoming back one of our own team members, Robert J. Moore. If you don't know him, you get to know him as soon as possible. He's joining us from Canada, and he is not only a high-level coach, he is a therapist. He is a person who has worked with over 500,000 people, I believe, across the world. His background is amazing. He was once homeless. He's had an incredible backstory. He's been on some of the biggest stages in the world. I'll let him tell us all about that, Tony Robbins being one of them. But he knows the meaning of hardship, and he knows what it's like to rise above and go to the next level. Let's welcome the next level expert in the world. It's Robert J. Moore.
Hey,
Hello.
what an introduction. Oh boy, that's a good one. I like that.
Came right from my heart and soul. So
You don't normally get to hear the beautifulness of the stuff that you do, right? Because it's just, you're so engaged in going and going and going that you don't have time to sit down and listen to what others think of you. I mean, you're more empowering in everybody else otherwise.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, I've learned a lot from you over the years, and I appreciate the fact that you've had a show here. I know you're on hiatus for the time being, but you've shared a lot of really valuable content. And the work that you're doing continues because life continues. You've had ups, you've had downs, as have I, but yet you keep going because your goal really is to help people be the best version of themselves, take their life to the next level. Tell us a little bit about your background, because it is quite interesting.
Well, some would say it's an ex-gangster because I was working with the bikers and the mob, and I did that for many, many years. In and out of jail, 17 years, drinking and drugging. And as a matter of fact, if God allows it, on September 5th, I'll be 20 years clean sober if God allows it, which I believe he will. I deserve that much. Going off, no cigarettes for 19 years. But I'll tell you something, I lived on the streets for 7 years, and that was rough. And I'm not talking about in and out of people's houses. I'm not talking about sleeping on their couches. I'm talking literally on the street. I'd put snow over top of myself. Like at first I'd break into a building, whoever's doing laundry, put their clothes on because it's nice and warm in the dryer. I didn't care if it fit or not. I stretched it to fit, and then all of a sudden I'd put myself with snow. And then I go right up to my face like that until morning. I had a good sleep. I get up, go to the beer store, and do it again. It was a rough go. Like I said, 17 charges in that. 42 charges, 17 jails, and 17 years almost in jail. So the things I had to do, I mean, I wouldn't change it for the life of me. I mean, but at the same time, I lost my wife in my hands, giving birth, pulmonary embolism, an epileptic seizure. My son is okay. He wanted to be a gangster too, but I told him, let's go in the backyard and see who gets out of the backyard. The person that gets out of the backyard is a gangster. And he wouldn't go for it. So I guess he became a cop, and his dream now is just to pull me over once. Pull me over. That's what he said. Because I just want to pull you over. I said, here's my license plate. Welcome to it.
Thank you for sharing that, Robert. You know, I do have a question for you because it's in alignment with what you just said. And by the way, for people who are new to our network, there's no script. Robert doesn't know what I'm going to ask. I don't know what he's going to say.
I don't do script. You know that. I hate script with a passion. I mean,
so here's my question for you.
Crazy.
I just started with being a peace ambassador, and I've been doing a lot of intense training. And one of the peace ambassadors who was running the program said, what is it that draws us to watch violence? And I'm thinking right now, I'm a peace ambassador. I've been watching a show called Animals, very violent. And yet I'm watching it episode after episode, and I'm out in the world talking to people about the fact that violence is not the answer. What is it that you think drew you into a life of violence?
Well, see, it was filling a void. When I was filling a void, I didn't get the void at home. When I was like 12, 13, 14, I had a stepmom. She used to be very mean. She was a very mean person, and I got the blame for everything because I was youngest. My dad was always working. I admired my dad right to the day he died too. And I'll tell you something, the violence, when I went in and seen the violence, it was like, it wasn't really, to me, it wasn't violence. To me, it was just a natural thing I had to do to work. It's like people going to a warehouse, you know? To me, it was like work. You go break someone's legs and okay, well, no big deal. Who cares? You know, I know Hitman. I sat down with Hitman before and walked them through different things. And they didn't see it as any violence. All they see it as is work. Because what you're doing is you're filling a void and you're feeling wanted. You're feeling secure. You're feeling, you know, like something's happening in your life that you're being acknowledged. And as before, I wasn't being acknowledged. I just wanted to get out of that zone because I felt like everybody's attacking me.
So in other words, it's just you're doing a job. Here's the job. Go take care of this, go take care of that. And then you get a check just like anything else.
I mean, I got anything I wanted. I mean, if I went out and knocked someone out, if I collected the money that was supposed to be owed and taught the guy a lesson, then I get treated well. You know, anything I wanted. If I wanted a car, I wanted a bike, I wanted whatever I wanted, I got. I mean, it's a very vicious life, though. I'll tell you that right now. When you're looking back on it, it's very vicious. It's pretty self-contained because it's about what I want and what I'm going to get, right? I just wanted the attention. So maybe I was attention-seeking at the same time, I guess.
Well, that's understandable because I think we all want some kind of attention, meaning we want to feel safe. We want to feel heard. We want to feel connected. So at some point, your life took a dramatic change and you ended up behind bars. And I don't know if you want to talk about that experience or not.
It makes sense. It don't matter.
Okay. So today you have been on the straight and narrow, as you would say, for a very long time, and you've touched many lives. You've walked on many stages with people that people can only dream of. Maybe you go to a Tony Robbins event, you pay to go, but you've actually been on the stage with Tony Robbins. What would you say was a pivotal moment in your life when you knew the trajectory was only going up?
Here's the thing. When I finally felt I was going somewhere, I was only chasing a goal. I didn't realize how far I was going. I was just doing small little goals at beginning, small goals, because when you're coming off drugs and alcohol, you don't know how to live in society. You're very shy, introverted, and it's hard to focus on things that you're doing because I'm so used to taking a couple shot skis and then, you know, okay, no problem, I'll do it. You know, I feel invincible now. They can't see me. And then, or I'd wear sunglasses because you can't see the windows to my soul. And it was really rough. It was really rough at first for the first 6 months. I started going to school, and that was rough too, because here I am 6 months clean and sober, and I'm in an adult learning center, and these people in there like 15, 20 years junior to my age, and they're all talking about the party they had. Man, I wanted to backhand a few of them just to tell them, look, they're war stories. They're not going to get you anywhere in life, because that's how I was learning. That's how I was, you know, I could easily slip back if I got into it with them. So what I did was, I just focus on, you know, like, hey, I know I'm an alcoholic. I know I'm a drug addict. I know I can help people. And that's what I was thinking. I said, oh, wow, I just want to be a addiction counselor. I didn't know how hard it was and what you had to learn to get there, but I got there. Like I ended up getting my social service worker diploma, my addictions degree, my BA in psychology, my master's in counseling psychology, my harm reduction, 2 honorary doctorate degrees in mental health crisis. So, I mean, like, I put myself in a different addiction to do that. But at the same time, I opened up a place and got registered with all these different things as a therapist, as a counselor, and I started working with people. And I'll tell you, man, I've seen some pretty nasty stuff, but I helped them through it. Because you know what? The way I see it, when I went through AA and I had to do the 4th, which is take a moral inventory of yourself, and the 5th is actually talking to your sponsor about everything that you just wrote down. It don't matter what it was. If it was bugging me, I had to write it down. If it was keeping me sick, I had to write it down. Don't matter what it was. The worst of the worst, the stuff that I wanted to take to my grave. So I put it all out there. And he looked at me and he said, "That's it? That's what kept you drinking?" And to me, it was vicious. To me, it was like, wow, man, you serious? I want to knock him out now. But it was right, because I sat there and I digested it. And it was like emotional hangover I had at that moment, because here I am letting all this negative emotions out, talking about it. And he's helping me focus on, okay, well, it's not as bad. Other people done worse. Murderers got pardons and everything else. Murderers did this. Rapists done this. They have to live with that. You know what I mean? You went out, you busted up a few chops, you stole, you did other robberies and everything else. What? Because you're a drug addict, alcoholic. Because you were held hostage by it, right? And then I wanted the attention that went along with it, so I grabbed the meanest buggers out there. So yeah.
Robert, thank you for sharing that, and also about how important it was to write everything down. Mm-hmm. I recently spoke with someone, a stranger, just having a conversation, and this person shared with me that she's been in and out of rehab 18 times, and that every single day is a struggle just to do her job. What is it, do you think, that empowered you not to fall back, or have you fallen back at some point before your recovery?
I think I did rehab maybe about 10 times myself. I went in there for a week. I feel healthier. I get some food in me, got some good sleep. And then all of a sudden I go back on the streets and I still living with the problems. So what do? You go and bug people for change or whatever. I was a panhandler. It was the weirdest thing, man, but I dressed nice. Nobody'd know. I give up so many BS lies to get, $10, $20. I'd never get changed. They give me money, man. Like, they gave me, one guy bought a hotel room for me, gave me a case of beer and a pizza. I said, well, that's a way to go. I like this deal. So I end up spending the night and got a nice shower in me and relaxed myself with a case of beer and some pizza. It wasn't the kind of beer I liked, but at that point in time, who's going to say no? You know what I mean? Like, that's all I cared about back then. I didn't care what other people thought of me. I didn't have that knowledge to think like that. I was just more worried about me. I wouldn't go to bars. I didn't like bars because, for some reason I got drunk in that and I started getting nervous around certain people with violence. It was really weird. So I go out in the bush and I drink with a bunch of people just to calm down, relax, and enjoy ourselves.
Well, congratulations on your sobriety and for taking your life to a whole new level, all the degrees that you have, all the people you've helped across the world. And I know that you're continuing to evolve. You're putting together programs that people can actually be a part of. It's easy for them to be able to work with you and to get knowledge and support and information. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing at Next Level Coaching.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I love looking at people's foundations of business. I don't care if you're on the street, living on the street, trying to build a business. You could do it. I brought people that were living on the street to 6 figures. I brought people that had 6 figures, 7 figures, that almost claimed bankruptcy, and I brought them back up to 6 figures. I brought myself up to millions of dollars and went back down, lost it all, and built it up again. But here's the thing. I know people can't afford at times like this, especially if you're in Canada right now. We got a government that just loves our taxes. 53% of what you make goes to him. So if I make $100,000, I get $40,000. But after I pay mortgage, I really only make $10,000 for the year out of $100,000. I won't even get into it in case they hear it themselves. But here's the thing. I mean, I strive to help others because I know I got the ability to do it, but I don't want them to go through the hardcore lessons that I had to go through. I studied 32 of the top achievers in the world. Some of them were deceased. You have no choice. I mean, some of them are deceased. Some of them you have to literally just watch their videos the way it is, like the hip hop preacher. I've been on stage with him, Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Hansen, you know, Tony Robbins, and Armin Moore, the top strategist in the world. He went from $1.53 to 200 million a year. You know, I mean, here's the thing. How bad do you want something? If you put your head in water, if you dunk it in water right now and leave it there, what do you want? I mean, you're going to dream of getting air. You're going to want air. So if you want air that bad, how about you do it this way? Put your dreams from your head to your heart. I call it the 18-inch rule. From your head to your heart, and start building that dream to come true, because now you have an emotion behind it. If you have an emotion behind it, you're going to start building. Now, I know for a fact people can't afford the regular prices right now that I'm doing. Like, you can't afford $5,000, $10,000 a month. So here's what I'm doing. I got a site right now. It's with School, SKOOL, right? I mean, we're going to put it in here. And you can actually go on anything of mine, like the LinkedIn, Facebook, or anything, and you'll be able to see it. And what I do is it's a supported mind-like community. You're not just going to learn from me. You're going to actually learn from everybody in the community that's there. We all talk about different topics. We all deal with things. It's live workshops. I'll do live workshops too. I'll go in there and do a live one with everybody. I will. There you go, right there. You can do it the easier way. The easier way, just do the top part. It will go right to it anyways. Just let anybody know it's in the thing there. But also, it's personalized one-on-one. You have an opportunity to get a very much discount for one-on-one with me, and I would not charge thousands of dollars for that. So basically, what I would do is say, you know, charge for 3 months. I'd probably charge $1,000 for 3 months. That is super cheap. Or you could do a feature like this, do a podcast like this with 3 different people, get recognized in a nomination, put yourself out there, and that's like $97 US. You know what I mean? So I want to keep things cheap. I want to be able to work with you. I want to be able to build you up. I work on, now listen, one thing you need to know, I care more about your business than your emotions. The emotions we'll deal with later, but your business is important to you, or else you wouldn't be trying. Your emotions sometimes get in the way because we get stubborn. I'll tell you an example. When I first started, someone's telling me what to do, and I'm thinking, what's this jackass telling me what to do, man? Fortunately, he's made it. I haven't. So here I am trying to argue with him. I got defensive, and I'm saying to myself, well, why am I getting defensive when he knows what he's doing? He knows how to get me there. I know how to get your credibility. I know how to build your foundation. I know how to build your structure. I know how to get you out there, either online or offline. And that's the difference, because I've studied and hired and been on stage and talked in the same room with the top players. Les Brown, for instance, he was my coach for a year. Then I got to coach his daughter for 4 years. You know what I mean? Like Dr. Joe Vitale, his ex-wife I coached. I was on stage with everybody from the movie The Secret, everybody from Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, ex-NFL players. I've interviewed a bunch of them. And here's the thing, you can too. You just got to know how and how easy it is to be able to do it. And I'm willing to teach you and make you get there. If you notice right up here, that's Forbes. I was in Forbes. If you notice on this side here, that one there, that's Guinness World Record. How did I do it? Because I wanted it bad enough. So how bad do you really want to learn? And you know what? The discount, even if you just go in there and pay the $12 a month, you're going to learn a heck of a lot.
Robert, thanks so much. We're actually going to bring it up in a minute. I just had a question to ask you, because as a business owner myself, I find people reach out all the time with information that's unsolicited, unwanted, unwarranted. But the latest that I've been getting is, oh, I see you're traveling quite a bit. How much money are you spending? Are you able to justify spending the money? Like, people I don't even know. And I said to them, you know, I give them grace. And I'll say, I know what I'm doing. I want to go and hold the hand of every person who believed in me around the world. And I want to make sure that their message gets out there into the universe. And so I am doing exactly what it is that I meant to do. And I have, you know, I've conviction in that. But many people will be turned around because of what their family members say or what their friends say. Question, what do you mean taking money out of our, account and putting it for this? Or what do you mean with the business? We should go get a job in corporate again, especially with the administration, blah, blah, blah. What do you say to that?
You got to weigh the cons you got to weigh the cons and the pros on everything that you do. If someone comes to me and talks to me and they're going to take out what is it? You guys call it the 401 or 407 or whatever you call it out there in the US. We don't have one like that. We don't have nothing like that. But if you're going to take things out or take a mortgage on your home and start working with someone, you got to know what that person's about first. Make sure you dig deep, man. Make sure they align with you. Make sure you talk to somebody, because 90% of the time, hypothetically, you go to pay for Tony Robbins. You're not going to get him. You're going to actually get his staff. You'll never see him. And you're paying the same price you would if you worked with him. But that's how it works. I mean, with me, you work with me. That's it. But I am looking for someone down the road. If they want to get a year free coaching, all they got to do is do podcasts for me, and I'll put them in front of different people that'll blow their mind. I mean, that's an opportunity. I've done that before with Magnetic Entrepreneur. I've done over 500 books in that I published, and I was in quite a few of them. And I'll be honest with you, it was huge. It was huge. That person that was actually online interviewing all these people, they got a lot of credibility, man. They were built up big time. And you know what? I just let them have the credibility because everybody knew I owned it. Everybody knew I owned the business. So, I mean, why do I have to say, oh, yeah, well, I own it. Why brag? No need to brag. I get too much people out there that want to talk about the stuff they did with me. It gives me all that credibility. So I don't have to brag.
That's such an important point, because I find the same thing here. It's about building up other people, right? Mm-hmm. It's about taking the hand and reaching back, reaching forward and saying, let me help you. Let me lift you up. And you do such a great job at that. I want to bring up your school, if that's how you.
Sure, yeah.
And then I
don't even know how to proper say it myself. It's SKOOL, so I guess it's school.
School. And shall we watch this?
Yeah, show that. Yeah, for sure. Okay, that's beautiful.
Let's take a look.
I'm Robert J. Moore. I'm the founder of Next Level Coaching, and Next Level Coaching is what brings people up. So what I did was I just started this business to help people grow, but really I started to help people grow first, so that way my students can't pass me. So if I'm continuously growing, I could actually continuously allowing people to grow with me, and that's what I love best about it. I had another business before. It just happened to be a very successful business. But I felt lonely because I felt like I wasn't bringing people to the top with me. I was at the top, but I got lonely. I'm an outside box thinker. So basically what I do is I'll go to an event or whatever, and I'll see how they work things. I don't really go to the event to listen to the people, because I can actually go elsewhere to listen to, like on YouTube or their website, or personally, I would already know them to be there in the first place. So what I do is I look at how they market things, how they get people there, how they talk, how they wear things, how they dress up the room, because I want to utilize that into something I'm doing in order to be an outside box thinker. I want to go the extra mile. When I go the extra mile and give people solutions to their problem, it allows people to adapt to you and say, hey, listen, I'd like to work with this guy. I've helped numerous of people reach their goals, and I'm not one to give up on a person. So what I did was I do a next level coaching to bring people with their passion to the top, not money to the top, because money will follow if you do it the right way. So your next level coaching is just a name. It's where you can actually find automation. You can actually learn about automation, learn about the goals that you're seeking, learn about how to put things. I don't have to hire other people to do the jobs I'm doing. I just hire AI. AI does all the stuff for me. And if you utilize it the right way, you can actually have it doing all your postings. You can actually do your marketing, and you would be amazed the newsletters that go out there. Here's the thing, you can make money automated when you do it the right way. And it's residual money. If you want to reach me, you can go to www.nextlevelcoachinginc.com, or you can get a hold of me anywhere on social media with Robert J. Moore.
All right. Powerful stuff there, Robert. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I had a professional come in and do that. That was actually right here. It's right beside where my documentary is too.
So tell people a little bit about your documentary, and then we'll go back to talking about school.
The documentary is a beautiful thing. I had to relive the stuff. Now, here's the weirdest thing. I had to go into there's a Kingston jail here in Canada. I went to Kingston, Ontario, and I actually went through the federal prison. And I was actually in cells that mass murderers were in because they closed the jail down, right? But they're allowed to go in and do visits. But the thing is, you're not supposed to bring in cameras to video, and you're supposed to be on a guided tour where everybody stays together. Well, we're the only two people that actually look like we actually fit in the place, basically, like we belong there. The way we were dressed up, I was dressed up like an inmate kind of thing. They didn't really like that too much. They knew something was up, but they didn't really get in my way with anything. But they went further ahead, and we just snuck off past the ropes and took off and went to the hole there where some mass murderers actually were. And they're still in jail, these guys. I mean, but it's crazy when you're sitting in a cell like that and you're feeling the emotions of that cell. It's very dark, but you at the same time, you're doing it because you're trying to build a documentary to show people different things. But we went all over. I went to Guelph Correctional Center. I went to the Kingston Pen. I went to many different places up in Arroyo. I went to Toronto. I went to Hamilton. I went all over the place. And people wouldn't know where it is, but I walk them through it. Now, here's the thing. It's not just about what I did on that part. I also brought in my son. Talks about him being a gangster, him going into the police foundations. It also has my probation officer in there. It also has a police officer in there. It talks about my record and everything. And he didn't think I was going to get my pardon or anything. My best friend since I was 3 years old. I'm 53 now, so it's 50 years I've known this guy. He was in there, went right to his house and did it in Mississauga, and other people too. Here's the difference. I did not mention in there about my three brothers. December 17th, 2001, my brother Tom died. A car crash due to alcohol and drugs. On April 1st, 2015, my brother Reagan died of an overdose, crystal meth. Right, and it was mixed with fentanyl. My brother Kevin, 11 days after my Guinness World Record that we won together, he ended up overdosing on fentanyl too. It was laced with fentanyl. Someone laced his stuff with fentanyl and killed him instantly. So, I mean, it's sad that I couldn't be an example to my three brothers, but at the same time, you know what? God's doing it for a reason. God's doing it to make me stronger or something. They were needed somewhere else, obviously, because they're not here on earth.
Oh, my heart is full. Anytime you mention about the loss, and I know you've had more loss than that. You've had more loss than most, actually.
Both my parents are deceased. My uncle was found, hung himself years ago, 92. My wife died at my hands, 92. My cousin Tim, car crash by a drunk driver. He died. I've had a few people die. We had a stolen car once. The cops were chasing us. We ended up slipping on black ice. And I was just doing a crack pipe at the same time. It was really weird. We went to turn around, but we hit black ice and we rolled like 6 times. And my seatbelt is the only thing that kept me. And I actually went out the back window with the seatbelt still on. It was choking me like crazy. They had to cut that out. And once I cut that out, I was like able to stand up and walk around. I was a bit dizzy. But the other guy that was actually in the back seat, he ended up dying in my arms. It was like weirdest thing. And then they come over and they said expired. Oh, he expired. And I flipped right out. You can't sit there and say he's expired. Why don't you just say he's dead? You know what I mean? Because he's not a piece of meat. He goes, he is a piece of meat. That's all he is now. So it took me, I think it was just defense mode kicking in. And the driver, he got off lucky. No charges, no nothing. But we also didn't say he was a driver. We said the guy that died drove to save our arses. I went back to jail because I had to finish off some more time. Another time, it was a trip.
And Robert, you're a husband, you're a father, and you're helping so many people. What are some of the tools that you use so that after you meet with your clients, you're not taking what they shared and the energy that's been withdrawn from you, you're not taking that into your family life?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I've done this for so long. I mean, I used to absorb other people's emotions, but then I would be taking that away from them. And you can't do that. You know, you got to look at the sympathy, you know. Yeah, you can sympathize basically what they're going through, but don't take it away from them. Here's the thing: if they're crying, here's a box of Kleenex. I'll just go like this, nudge it to them, just give them the idea. Hey, there it is. You could pick it up and you could wipe your snot box and wipe your eyes or whatever, blow your nose, and now you're owning that emotion. I'm not taking it away from you. But the thing is, if I actually go over and give you a hug, oh, it's okay, we all go through it, and start nurturing you like that, I'm letting you hibernate in that stuff, and you're never going to heal because I'm taking that emotion away from you. And now it's like, okay, well, I can do it again because someone's there for me. No, I'm a hard nut. I tell people straight up, hey, I've sat there with killers, literally absolute killers, right? Like people were hitman and talking to me and sitting there saying they want to get through this, they want to go through this and that. I mean, this guy would blow cops' heads off and go have a steak dinner. You know what I mean? But the problem is, though, he was turned out something different. He wanted out, and it started bugging him at the end. Now, I'll never, ever say people's names or nothing, but it's just not my style. But the thing is, I went through life looking at even elderly people. A 92-year-old man, he wanted to just pour things out of his soul so he could rest in peace because he knew it was coming. You know what I mean? He couldn't tell his wife this stuff. She died years ago. So I got younger generation. I got older generation. I got, no matter what age you are, I'm going to sit and listen. I'm going to learn what you want, not what I want. I'm not biased. I don't put in my stuff. And I leave the boundary there that when you talk, it's there. It's in that room. So hypothetically, you're in this room and it stays in this room. I'll go in my house and I won't take it to my house because that's you don't want to take stuff like that home. I leave it outside the barrier of inside. I've learned how to do that.
And that's a real art. That's a real gift. Absolutely. Robert, we have a few more minutes, but before we start with the closeout, I just want to mention we've got people watching from all different parts of the world. Can you work with people regardless of where they are?
I don't care where they are. No matter to me. I mean, you go on a Zoom call or something like that. I've worked at 3 o'clock in the morning. I sat here 3 o'clock in the morning talking to a guy in Australia when it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon there at his lunch hour. Now, mind you, it was hard because the accent, I couldn't hardly understand them. But at the same time, you know what? Straight out, not a problem. I don't care where you are in the world. All I care about is you have your passion. You're willing to work hard. You're willing to be guided the proper way. I don't tell you what to do. I give you options. You come up with a solution at the end because I show you how to work it. And that's the difference. That way you can't be mad and sit there and say, oh, you made me do this. I didn't make you do anything. I give you a solution to a situation and show you a pattern, and now you're building it.
So you can work with people anywhere they are in the world. They just have to have the commitment, the dedication, the fortitude. What's the financial investment that they're making?
Well, here's the thing. If they go on that site, like I said, they go on that site and they only pay $12 a month. They're committed for a year. And I only work with people. Check this out. If people go in there and they're committed for 1 year, if they do the 1 year, they don't have to actually work the whole 1 year. They could pay the actual 1 year up front because I have it set there. You can pay annually or you can pay monthly, right? And that's my website there. That was there. I'm just tweaking a few things on there, like the membership part. I'm not doing that no more, so I'm taking that off. But when you look at it, it's basically $1,000 US I'm going to be charging for the first little while for like 3 months. That's super cheap. I normally charge like $5,000 a month.
Yeah, I remember. So you've made it affordable so that more people can have access to you and all the incredible knowledge and experience that you've accumulated over time.
Well, it's not just me though. In that group, you're going to have other people in the community that are all over the world that are going to be talking and sharing their experiences in there too. I got topics in there that we all type together. We engage with each other. So you're not just getting me, you're getting other people too. And then you can get me later. But at the same time, if you pay the extra bonus price, you can actually get on podcast too and then get yourself nominated for an award. I own an award business too. So, I mean, I could give you an award at the same time. I just want to see where it fits in with the awards, first of all. And then second of all, if I even go through a different route, I can get you nominated for a Global Recognition Award. Yeah, that's that right there. See? Now, if you scroll down, you'll see all the information there.
Sorry, I was on mute trying to get to the site. So let me scroll down here. All right.
See, it's $12 a month, US. And that's all the goodies in there. There's even more that's coming, but you can only put so much in there, right?
Absolutely. So
I only opened it up 2 days ago. So like literally I just opened it up 2 days ago. I got 3 people in there now, but I literally just opened it up 2 days ago.
Congratulations. That's as we know, as entrepreneurs, it's difficult getting people to sign up for anything. So the fact that you got them to sign up already, and you just came out with this.
I got a feeling there's going to be just about 100 in a month or so. There'll be about 100. Then I'm going to switch to another account, which is more expensive, but at the same time, it'll be more for you guys out there.
Robert, we are also we're a live streaming television show, but we also turn into a podcast later. Would you mind just reading some of the wonderful things that people are going to get by joining here?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to grow and get recognized as an expert by myself, no worries there. Inside, you basically get support, like-minded community. So the community, everybody there is going to chit-chat and give you advice on their end. You get to learn things. You do live workshops with me, Robert J. Moore. Personalized one-on-one coaching opportunity, which is a bonus that if you pay for the annual package, which is like what, $120 or something like that, you can actually have the opportunity to work with me for $1,000 for 3 months, and I'll guide you. It's like every week, every 2 weeks or something. We'll guide you and build that community up for you and figure out how we can get you out there more and be structured better. At the same time, you'll get nominated for different awards if you take the other package, which is the $97 package. If you work with me, talk to me and say, look, I'd like to do the podcasting package, $97. You'll also win an award through my system. I own an award business too. So exclusive tools, templates, resources. I'm going to be putting in some other people in there. Sometimes I'll have famous people, legendary people maybe come in and just say, hey, how you doing? Give their piece of knowledge and everything, because I've been on stage with a lot of people. I'm going to help you level up for $12 a month to start. I mean, that's even if you don't even hire me, just do the $12 a month. And I'll tell you something right now, you're going to learn a lot, because I'm going to start throwing things in there like crazy. There's massive topics in there I put in there. And I got over 15 years experience, been in Forbes twice, USA Today. I've been recognized on stages all over the world. And you know what? I do know what I'm talking about. But like I said, keep your ego and everything at the door, because I tell you, I'm more about your business than your emotions. And I don't care. I say it. I definitely get you there. I brought several people up. A lot of people I brought up, and it's amazing the stuff that we work with, and amazing how people grow. I'll sit there and do things behind the scenes you won't know. But you'll end up getting the credit for it, guaranteed. And I don't need the credit for it, because later on you'll sit there and say, oh, I worked with Robert J. Moore, and the results are, you know what I mean? That's how I work.
Brilliant. Well, it's such an honor and a privilege to have you here with us today. We have been sharing your social media contact points as well for LinkedIn and for Facebook, and of course, school and your website. What else would you like to leave people with as we sign off from creating a world of possibilities?
Stop letting your emotions get intact with you and stop being stubborn, and let's grow. Let's get out there and stop thinking you're the best person in the room, because we are never the top person in the room with all the knowledge. If you're the smartest person in the room, get the hell out of there. Start learning, because I never want to stop learning. Hey, I take courses on top of courses right now, and I've been doing this for years. I probably spent about maybe $500,000 to maybe almost $1 million on just different things I had to learn, and I focus on different areas. Now, you guys teach me different things. You wouldn't believe it. When I work with almost 500,000 people, I'm going to tell you right now, I've learned a lot through the community, through you guys, and I learned to build me, because when I'm focusing on how you do your businesses and how you utilize different things, oh, I never thought of that. Oh, I can incorporate that, and I work with them with that. And I tell them that you just taught me something. That's a beautiful thing. I don't mind telling people when they're right.
Well, you're doing all the right things, and you're the perfect guest for our show, Creating a World of Possibilities. Thank you, Robert J. Moore, for being here today. It's been an honor and a pleasure, as I mentioned.
And by the way, congratulations on hitting 100,000. That's a pretty cool deal.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's amazing because we have a second YouTube channel, and that was started years later, and we're at 36,000. I'm thinking, wow, that 100,000 is a long way for the second channel, but we'll get there.
You know what? It's not that far away. I got, 36,000 on my one channel. I just got it back. It used to be Magnetic Entrepreneur. I just got it back and changed it over to Next Level Coaching because that person changed the company into a different name. So I said, well, listen, let me buy that back from you. So I got it back. I'm changing everything through it. I'm going to let that build. It's monetized, so why not?
Absolutely. Well, you have all the tools to take it to 1 million plus, so I'm sure you will.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing to hear.
All right, thank you, my friend. We'll see you again.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye for now. Thank you so much. Please do go over to all of the links in the show notes. You can find them there, whatever platform you're on. And please do reach out to Robert J. Moore. He definitely will help you. He is the real deal. So I want to thank you for being here today. If you haven't subscribed to our channels, what are you waiting for? We do have our one image. This is USA Global TV and Radio, our Silver Creator Award channel. You can see there the award is up in the left. You just have to take your device and scan the code there. Just a few announcements I want to make. So we have my new book, Mastering the Power of Elevated Listening. Excuse me, this came out, the second edition, yesterday. I just got the books after meeting with a book coach, and we revised it and put in Judgment Detox. So please do take a look at that. And I want to leave you with this. I'm a peace ambassador. I'm doing extensive training, just like Robert said about learning. Here's some things I really want to have you take to heart. Imagine a peaceful world. I'm a peace ambassador with World Citizen Peace. And here are 5 peace actions every single one of us can take. Seek peace within yourself and others. Like what Robert was talking about, if you know you want to do something, you follow that path, because if you don't, you will never have inner peace. You will always be tormented. Reach out in service. Robert mentioned this. Give, help people. Do things in service. You will feel great about it. Protecting the environment. We're not the only people who are here. One day we'll be gone. Let's make it a nice place, a place that people want to live after we're not here. Respect diversity. The more I travel, excuse me, the more I see different cultures, and I appreciate the way they're living, and I'm opening my own eyes up to what's going on in the world and how people are living. And last but not least, be a responsible citizen of the world. Please take these to heart, because then we can all find more peace. And who doesn't want that? All right. Thank you so much for signing off. We're going over to our sponsors. We look forward to seeing you again. Also, just a quick note, we now have shows in German and in French. So stay tuned as we continue to add different languages from other countries. Bye for now.
Ever dreamed of hosting your own TV show, sharing your story with a global audience? Now's your chance to shine. At USA Global TV and Radio, we make it easy for you to create, host, and broadcast your very own TV show. Whether you're a storyteller, entrepreneur, or industry expert, we help you bring your vision to life. With our exclusive interview, live streaming, and podcasting training, you'll gain the skills and confidence to captivate your audience. Our global platform ensures your voice is heard worldwide. Join our community of creators who are already making an impact, one show at a time. Step into the spotlight. Host your own TV show on USA Global TV and Radio. Book your discovery call today at usaglobaltv.com. Copyright 2025 USA Global TV and Radio. All rights reserved. Terms and conditions apply. To learn more, visit usaglobaltv.com.
In a world that moves fast, there's strength in the woman who moves with grace. Introducing Bay London, where confidence meets craftsmanship. Each piece is intentionally designed for the woman who knows her worth, crafted from luxurious Italian eco-fabrics that feel as good as they look. With elegant coverage, effortless support, and timeless style, our swimwear celebrates both your body and your essence. Founded by fashion expert Carrie Sykes, Bay London is made for women who want to feel sexy, stylish, and seen. From poolside to beachside, sunrise to sunset, Bay London outfits you for every moment that matters. Because beauty isn't about age, it's how you wear your confidence. Bay London, confidence, elegance, effortless luxury. Visit baylondon.com. Act now for your exclusive friends and family discount of $35. Scan the QR code. Bay London, where confidence meets craftsmanship. Proud sponsor of USA Global TV and Radio.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honored to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA-Global-TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dies. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.